morning. Before I get started, my testimony is about I'm thankful for God's love, and it doesn't have anything to do with the holiday that was this week. I realized the holiday was on Saturday. Not really. I did know. I have a wife, and I remembered it on Thursday. But anyways, I'm so thankful for God's love. And as a young child, I grew up in a Christian home, and I was saved when I was a small child. But I'm very thankful for God's love. And I've been reading in my devotions. I've been reading from the book of Jeremiah and Isaiah, and over again in those books, the Bible tells us the prophets preached about how the people need to return to Christ. And the Israelites, of course, were God's people, but they had strayed away from God, and God was constantly trying to bring them back to Him. And it's amazing how God gave them opportunity after opportunity to come back to Him. And I'm so thankful for the opportunities that God gives each of us. And even though I grew up in a Christian home, there has been times in my life where I've strayed away from the Lord, and He's always been loving and allowed me to come back, and He's so merciful to us. And even though the people in Israel's day, they had turned to idols and false worship, to drunkenness and other things, God still allowed them to come back to Him. There's a couple verses I'd like to read from Isaiah chapter 1. It says, "Wash you, make you clean, put away the evil of your doings from before mine eyes. Cease to do evil. Learn to do well, seek judgment, relieve the oppressed, judge the fatherless, plead for the widow. Come now, and let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool." So God gave them opportunities to come back to Him. And it's very, reminds me as I'm reading through Isaiah and Jeremiah of the situation in America today. There's so much perversion and drunkenness that goes on, and people are so, they seem like they're happy in their sin, but God still cares about each one of them. And that's why I'm so thankful for God's love for us. And I'm also thankful for in this church that we get regular preaching, and that my kids get teaching and preaching in their classes. And I'm so thankful for that. My wife and I were praying that the Lord will get a hold of our kids' hearts. And they'll have many opportunities here in this church. But we're praying that the Lord will get a hold of their hearts, and that they'll want to serve the Lord. And so I'm just thankful for that this morning.